YouTube, give me a shout. And I'll just check in with Instagram too. Hello, Instagram. Wicked. So we are live on Instagram right now, and we're live on YouTube right now as well. So I'll keep an eye on the Instagram chat up here, and the YouTube chat is just loading up. Cool. Let me know on YouTube if you can hear me as well. I just want to know that there's no audio issues, and give me a thumbs up there too. Cool. So we've got people tuning in on Instagram. Hey, Fishy. Cool. Give me a wave or like a emoji or something, and I'll give you a shout out. Got Jato Olaf. Hey, dude. Mark Grimley, BJJ. Hello, mate. Cool. Yeah. So just a quick Q&A. Just see how everyone is. See if anyone's got any yoga for BJJ questions, or if you guys are expecting anything from us. Like any questions, just fire away. Hey guys. Hey, wicked. I'll wave back. Yolk and a milk. Come on, Jaw. Oh, cool. So we've got a couple of instructors in here, which is cool. Johnny Nightmare. Jero Saws, I think that says. Sorry, I'm butchering your Instagram name. A couple watching on YouTube as well. So give me a thumbs up or a comment or something, and I'll give you a shout out there too. So questions. Regarding questions, I wrote on the story for people to ask some questions for the live. One of the first questions was, which was my most painful tattoo, and it was definitely my ribs. I've got my ribs done. I've also got all my chest done, and the sternum, and like, yeah, the chest was horrible. So probably those areas. But yeah, I don't really enjoy the pain very much. I keep going back for more though, which is fun. Yeah, let me know if you guys have got any more questions as well, and I'll keep an eye on both chats. We've got quite a few on YouTube, so let me know who's watching. If you can hear me, just say anything in the little chat. I'm going to put hi in there just to break the ice, because no one said anything yet. And give that video a thumbs up. I can see 2 of you already have, so thank you. Cool. So my live class today is, so it goes live at 2. And we'll do, it's a really short class today. It's just a few minutes stretching. It's for desk workers. So if you work in an office or behind a desk, or like even if you work in the car all day, it's mainly people that are sat down all day, then it's a good class for you. It'll stretch out the chest, the shoulders, and like the upper back. It's like kind of upper back and everything around, just to stretch it out, because you spend so long on your keyboard like this. It's nice to really open everything out and kind of get everything moving. Get your hands above your head, behind you, and things like that. Things you wouldn't do when you're sat behind a desk or sat down all day. And it'll be a class people can revisit at work. Just fire it up, load it, on their computer, on the phone, or on the app or whatever, and just follow along. Just like the other desk workers class that Sebastian's got on there, but it's a bit more focus on upper back. So you've got thanks for your advice a couple of weeks ago. This is from Pinzanati Designs. Thanks for your advice a couple of weeks ago about pigeon and lower back bends. It helped, and my lower back has 100%. Wow, that's amazing. So he says his lower back's 100% improved. Thank you for the feedback and coming back, and I'm really happy that helped. That's awesome. So keep that stretch going if it's helping that much. Keep going. I'm sure your body will remind you to when it gets sore. That you need to do it, I guess. But yeah, that's awesome. Good. Yeah, I found that too in pigeon. I think I remember what we were talking about, almost getting a little pinch from kind of being too far back, and kind of easing off a bit. So that's really good. I'm really happy for you. Good. Yeah, I mean, if anyone else has got any questions on anything like that, like, I don't know, where are you tight when you do jiu-jitsu? What are you working on with your jiu-jitsu as well? We've got quite a lot in the Instagram chat, so someone break that ice. So 87 Hatch, hey dude, cheers for waving. So yeah, ask me something. Yeah, it could be guard related, like, how to stretch to have like a better open guard, or what positions you feel tightest in. A lot of us feel tight when we're like stacked, or when someone's defending an arm bar. There's some quite good stretches for that, or like shoulder stretches. I've got my jiu-jitsu belt just in case in case someone asks me for shoulder stretches, because usually if I don't have my jiu-jitsu belt, someone asks me about shoulder stretches, so I'm kind of prepared today. Yeah, but cool. Things are going well. In terms of lockdown over here, it looks like in a few weeks, I think it's the 12th of April here, things can start opening. So like we won't be able to do jiu-jitsu yet, but shops and like hospitality stuff like open. So it's looking good. You know, fingers crossed that happens, and then hopefully we can start getting back to some normality. I think Australia and New Zealand. If we got anyone from Australia and New Zealand, chime in. I think you guys are back to normal potentially. So it'd be good to hear from someone from there if you guys are training. I follow a few Australians and it seems like some of them are training. I hope I've not got anyone in trouble. But yeah, let me know. And yeah, who's on YouTube? I want to see who's watching. I know it's quite early for the States. I think if you're in the States, what is it, like 7:30 there? Most of you, is that PST? I think you've just gone on to like daylight savings or whatever. You've changed your time zone, haven't you? Gillian Pensvale, thank you for waving. Hey there. I can see Juan has joined. I feel tight when on the bottom going for triangle and getting stacked, and that's Kyle ORR14 said that. Okay, so where do you feel tight when you're going for that? Is it kind of like in your back, or do your hips feel tight when you're doing that? Yeah, elaborate that a bit, and we'll definitely go over that, because I love playing like a bottom game and like throwing triangles up and things. So getting stacked as well. I imagine you mean lower back and hamstrings, but just kind of elaborate that, and we'll go over something. We've got where's that? So Totally on Fire has asked for shoulder stretches. So grab your belt. I've always got, at the moment, because I'm not really wearing it much, I've always got mine folded and I've got a knot in it. So it's like a loop. Just grab your belt. Maybe start without it folded, just in case you're like super tight. But just stretch your hands out so that you're holding both ends of it. And then just bringing the belt in front of you and up. Start off opening your chest that way. Just so your hands are up and back. And then I'm going to hit the wall. And then after you've done that for a little while, you might want to extend your hands further away from each other, but just start letting your belt go behind you and stretch. You feel your chest and the fronts of your shoulders here and everything stretch out and feel really good when you do that. And then again, slowly back up and then in front of you, and just keep working with that. That feels amazing for your shoulders. Like surprisingly, just going forwards and back doing that feels super good. So start off with that, and then what I like to do, I'm going to turn sideways just so you can see what I'm doing. So as I said, start off just moving this way. I am hitting the wall. So start off just moving this way. As you can see, my arms are rotating, and then exaggerate the movement. So as you start to come down, with your shoulders, you see what I'm doing here? My shoulders are in front, and you'll feel that center part of your back between your kind of shoulder blades really stretch, and then come up. And as you come back, almost try and point your shoulders behind you. So instead of just being back like this with your shoulders and kind of your back hunched, open your chest. And then as you come up, start to shrug your shoulders up to your ears. So you're like completely moving your shoulders around, then shrug your shoulders forwards as you come forwards and back. And that's gonna, as you're moving, you know, your arms in kind of the socket here, if you start moving your shoulders with it, so as you go back, you open your chest out here, and then as you come up, you're kind of stretching your lats a bit as well, and then as you come forward, you'll feel the backs of your shoulders and everything move. So at first it looks like you're just doing this, but like when you start to go for it more, you're opening out, you're coming up and forwards, and that's done wonders for my shoulders, because like I've had shoulders for years before doing stretches and working on my mobility and stuff. So that's really good. Another thing, if you like, start cactusing your arms and opening them this way, that's going to feel really good. So just a similar thing, but you can do this without holding your belt, and just cactus your arms almost like you're going for a pull-up and open out here. That's going to feel good, and you can start moving your arms in that. I'm going to have to run and get my charger. It's just around the corner, but my laptop's going to die and we'll lose YouTube. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Just plugging that in. How can I forget the charger? Right, improv, there we go. So that's plugged back in. Let's see who else has said what. So Danny UK 100. Yeah, we are. Is that for Australia? Are you in Australia training? Oh, here we go. We got Frantic Freak. Thank you, mate. So we have been training in Australia since September. Oh, wow. Okay. That's awesome. And Danny said Australia is back to normal as we can be, to normal as we can be at the moment. That's good. That's nice. In the hips. Okay, so this is regarding. I feel tight when on the bottom going for triangle and getting stacked. And he's got back to me. Where's that? And that's Kyle saying in the hips and glutes. So cool. We got a couple of things we can work on there. So if you lay on your back, I'll try and get this so YouTube can see as well. And the gram. So lay on your back, straighten your yoga mat up so it looks good on Instagram first. Lay on your back, and then bring your knees up. Okay, so just above your hips, and then we'll start off with the right side. Just bring the outside of your right ankle onto the top of the left knee, and then from that you might even be further away doing this stretch. Just if you are super tight, that's fine. From that, just you can either grab through that bent leg and either grab your knee, or if you're really tight you can grab your tricep here and just start to feel that stretch. If it starts to hurt your knee though, really ease off. Okay, you want to feel the stretch in kind of this area, the kind of outer hip, and as you said, glute area. You don't want to feel any pain in the knee. So if it does start to hurt your knee, you're probably pulling too much here, and there's not enough mobility in your hip yet, potentially. So just any pain, don't do it. Ease off. But yeah, just feel this stretch, and stay here for a little while. Obviously, you want to do both sides, but that's a really good stretch to start with, because as you said, you're playing on the bottom. You're struggling to kind of fire your hips up to get triangles, but this will help open out your hips as well, because if you're tight and you're going for triangles and you struggle to get to here, when you're pulling on that, it's going to feel super tight and start to hurt that outer bit of your hip. So this just works that. And if you're sick of doing this, or like you look at this and you're going, I'm never going to do that, I'm never going to spend a few minutes doing that, you can use the wall. So just start off like a little bit of distance away from the wall, and then put one foot on the wall and then do it, and you can feel the stretch that way. And then you can just sit on your phone, you can sit on Instagram, you can reply to emails or whatever if you're working from home, like in this stretch, and you can bring the stretch on. The closer and closer you get to the wall, you can bring the stretch on even tighter. So eventually, when you get to like here, you can kind of stretch closer to the wall. I'm going to have footprints all over the wall now, aren't I? But yeah, that's a really good stretch for that. And like we were talking about on YouTube with Pins and Natty Design, a similar stretch you can do is pigeon. But for now, if you're super tight there, that stretch we've just done is probably going to help. For now, just to kind of start to open out that outer hip and that tight area, and that should help you throw up those triangles easier and kind of get into that kind of locked position. So give that a go. If you're trying it now, let me know how it feels, because it might not work for you or it might work amazingly, but that feedback's always useful. Give us a wave if you're here as well. So we know Australia's back training. Where else is back training? So we've got JPD. I'm just going to spell it out. JPD Paz joined at the moment. And waved. Thank you. Simjo Wolf. Thank you. The Butchinger. Cool. Roger Gracie Amsterdam. Hey, wicked. Jackson Sousa's here as well. Partying with Yoga for BJJ. Hey, dude. Cool. So, yeah, any more questions on stretches or areas you're tight in? Maybe your game is, you're struggling to like introduce something to your game because you're tight in that area. Let me know and we can work around that. I don't know if you've seen our recent Instagram posts. We've been trying to post things to show the relevance between jiu-jitsu and yoga. So like stretching and how it's relevant to a jiu-jitsu position. So like we're going to post one later and that's showing you like a knee slice or knee cut pass and a stretch that is really similar. So when you start to stretch and open out those areas, it might start improving that pass or positions like that. And we kind of intend to do that because it's not always super clear. I mean, when we're teaching classes, we're always pointing out the relevance, but we've got to get you in those classes and feeling it. And one way we can do that is by showing you the relevance on Instagram, which is cool. So yeah, cool. Give us some more questions if you guys are about. We've still got quite a few on Instagram, which is wicked, and YouTube's looking good too. So I'll plug my class again. As I said earlier, so it's going to be just under 10 minutes, my class. It's yoga for desk workers, or if you sit down all day, maybe you work at a reception or you're a courier or something like that, you sit down for a lot of your day. That's what this class is for. It's for stretching out the kind of upper back, the chest and the shoulders, and it's just really going to open everything out and kind of hopefully, if you do it halfway through the day, it's going to just make you feel a bit better for the rest of the day, a bit more energetic and a bit more open. So try that. Yeah, and YouTube, how is everyone on YouTube looking? Cool, so they're pretty quiet. The YouTube bunch is shy, so I'm going off of Instagram today. Who's still here? Let me know if you are, and if you're training at the moment as well. Also, I've got my Yoga for BJJ t-shirt on. I got a long sleeve t-shirt the other day. It's from our store, so check that out if you guys want any Yoga for BJJ swag. It's actually really nice. Like, I've got long arms and it's the right kind of length for me, so yeah, loving that. And I get to rep. It's not too crazy. There's nothing like mental on the back, so you could yeah, it's quite a smart looking t-shirt. But yeah, so we've got Shaquille Garcia. Hey dudes, waving. Cool. So who else is about? Drop me an emoji if you're watching on Instagram. Cool. We've got Sean Oliver here as well. I think you were in the last one. Hello again if you were. And Oliver Lee. Wicked. If any of you guys are doing any yoga for BJJ programs at the moment, let me know what you're doing as well, because it's always nice to know what people are doing. I love getting the feedback we do on some of our classes. People comment on classes or email in, and it's always, we've got such a like positive community that we're building now. It's really cool. So if you sent any of those messages or left any of those comments, like, yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you. It's always nice to get like, you know, that kind of feedback from people, and just hear that they're enjoying what we're, I guess, like what we're providing for people. You know, we want to help people work on their mobility, potentially injury prevention as well, and just kind of improve their jiu-jitsu. And if that's impacted you and you've mentioned it to us, like, thank you, we appreciate that. That's cool. Bobby DS has joined. Hey dudes. Cool. So we've got about 10 minutes until my class. So if you guys are interested, if you're not a member yet, download the app. Just go on the App Store, Yoga for BJJ, or just search BJJ. We're one of the first on the app stores. Download the app. You get a free 7-day trial at the moment. So you can try my class. You can try the beginner program, the 10 minutes, the 10 for 10 program, which is 10 classes in a row for 10 days, and you just spend 10 minutes a day doing yoga, and it'll show you the benefits of yoga for BJJ. do that. If you are a member already, get involved and we can practice together. And I'm excited to see you guys there and see how you get on. I can kind of see the chat when I'm teaching. So yeah, awesome. Well, I'm going to shoot. If you guys have got any more questions, leave them in the comments of this if you watch the replay. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you at the same time on Wednesday or next Monday. Take care. Cool, YouTube. So we've got 6 watching. I'm about to end the video. If you guys have got any more questions, drop them here. I'll stay for a minute or so. If not, leave a thumbs up on the video. It really helps people find us. And yeah, we appreciate any of the support. So yeah, as I said, I'll leave it going for like a minute. So if someone's typing a question, press return now, or I will see you in the next one. Cool. Okay, guys. Well, thanks a lot.